Today you catch me on a walk. I'm hiking up to the summit of Mount Doug. Yesterday was a run day.
Time 25 minutes, distance 2.09 kilometers, average pace 11 minutes 59 seconds per kilometer.
Today is a hiking day, as I said. Yesterday I ran, and tomorrow I run, so today is going to be an hour and a half of strenuous mountain climbing. I'm walking up the road because I get a much more consistent gait, which is what I'm working on now, my stamina and my gait. That's all. So, in a week's time, I'm flying to England first, and then after the weekend, I think Norma and I are flying EasyJet to Madrid, where she's going to be participating in an international event, pickleball tournament, North America against Europe, I think. Anyway, just passing the 500 meters from the gate at the bottom of this hill. Today I had raisin bran for breakfast because I was looking for all that cream. And I think I get more cream when I have raisin bran than when I pour cream on my porridge. So today was not a cooked breakfast. Just coming up to the chin scraper section of this hike. Somebody's coming down the trail to my left. Irvine, it's called. This road is paved for tourists, but they keep the gate locked until noon. You can probably hear from my breathing that this is kind of labored. I'm recording with my phone, which potentially could give me a very good recording. There's no wind noise here. There might be a little bit of clothing rustle. That's about it. On the other hand, this might not come out at all because I'm running it in conjunction with my Runkeeper app, and I think one might cancel out the other. I will stop talking after 5 minutes because that way I will have slot number 1 filled. There's even less people here today than usual because they've closed the parking lot, so nobody can drive to the base. They're repaving the road. I had a little interaction with the flagging lady. She couldn't understand that I wanted to cross the road. She thought I wanted to walk on the recently scraped and tarred section that she was guarding.
Time 30 minutes, distance 2.51 kilometers, average pace 11 minutes 55 seconds per kilometer.
There you go. Bye-bye.
This is Suzanne in Lexington, Kentucky, out on a walk with Travis McGee, talking about wheels. For 17 years, I was very lucky and fortunate to live in Chicago, where, particularly downtown Chicago, where a car or wheels was more of a burden. And it was wonderful. I had public transportation. I had a bus that turned around at my front door of my building. Everything was walkable. And it was easy. 2 years after we were married, my husband, who had a car, said it's time to look at a new one. And I said, do the math. He pushed a paper and he said, it costs us this much to have a car when we don't use it. I said, that's right. So we said, well, we'll do without one. He really didn't believe it. And he kept up for about 5 years with how much it cost us for rentals for when those times where we did need a car. And sure enough, we were saving about $4,000 a year not owning a car. Flash forward to 2.5 years ago when we moved to Lexington, Kentucky. Not as pedestrian friendly. We are in a good neighborhood for being a pedestrian, but you can't get all over town. So my son sold us his 1990 Mercedes, fondly called Rusty. Not because he was rusty, but because of his color. And Rusty was a good old boy. Rusty was regularly developing problems, and we really didn't want to take him out of town, but for around town driving, he was wonderful. Not only that, but people would see me coming and think, oh boy, she's got a lot of steel and really nothing to lose. So they kind of got out of my way. Last fall, we ended up shopping for a car because Rusty was actually the condenser wasn't working on the air conditioner, which you kind of need in Lexington. And then, just other things. So we did our shopping and ended up with a Subaru Forester, which doesn't have a name because, quite frankly, it's just not that interesting. But it's safe and comfortable, and we've taken her on several road trips. So that's my 2.5 minutes and my idea of wheels.
How are you? Alright, so any of my volunteers who are here, I'm going to slap a vest on you now. That way I know who you are. Maybe you need a vest. I don't need a vest. Molly, I'll throw a vest on you. Alright. Yeah. Barcode scanner today.
Hello.
I'll see you.
I just saw your buddy Joe.
Oh, yeah, I don't have buddies.
You don't have
He
buddies?
doesn't talk to me. He just wants to get my ass kicked.
I think that's him up there.
No.
He's wearing white. That
Yeah?
is him. Yeah.
Oh, he's serious.
He's doing his warm-up. He
Yeah.
stopped to have a few words with me, and then he said, "Oh, I've got to go and do my warm-up."
Didn't he run down?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's enough warm-up. 2K?
How have you been?
Busy. Work every day.
Well, the weather's been good for
Yeah.
it, eh? No
I'm
problems.
inside.
Oh, you're inside. Oh, that's not so good.
Hardwood flooring. I'm on my knees all day, and then crown moldings. Up, down, up, down.
I'm going to sit somewhere along here and watch
And
people-
laugh at us.
Well, not laugh at you. I would
Please.
run with you, but this is
Yeah.
a non-running day. Tomorrow I run again. Yesterday I ran.
No, come on now.
I'm up to almost an hour now of running.
Wow, good for you. How does it feel like when you're hit?
A little bit tender for the first 4 minutes, and
Yeah.
then it loosens up, and I'm good for another, 40
Yeah.
minutes after that.
That's good.
Yeah,
You're
it
coming
is.
along. By next spring, huh?
When I'm not running, like today, I cycled for 50 minutes to
Yeah,
get here,
yeah.
and I'm going to cycle back afterwards. So this is a
The
day off for me.
cardio is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will keep.
Well, basically what I'm trying to work on now is form and stamina. I'm not worried about speed. I'm not
Yeah.
worried about, anything else like that. I'm not competing. I'm not
No.
keeping track of my time so much. It's just I want to go out for 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Then next week I'm going to go out for 55 minutes.
Yeah.
Each run,
Good,
build
yeah.
a little
Slowly,
bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, time is irrelevant to me now too with work. Next year again. This year, let's have fun.
Let's have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my theory now, and I'm going to stick to that.
So Dorothy's back from Malta. She's started running again.
Okay.
No, seriously, she is.
Yeah.
She wants to train with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Joseph says she starts and then she quits again.
Well, that's why I was going to try and encourage her to keep going. Hi. I was going to try and encourage her to keep at it. If I run with her on Wednesday,
Yeah.
and then she could run by herself on Friday, that kind of thing. One
Yeah.
day a week or 2
Yeah.
days a week, I'll say I'll run with you.
She should go to the running room clinics.
Yeah.
They're free. We go there every week.
I think she'd rather just do her own thing.
Yeah.
I'm not
Deborah
sure.
goes there every Sunday and then on Wednesday night.
Okay.
And
Deborah's your wife. I don't
Yeah.
think I've met her. I've seen her in pictures.
yeah.
Good-looking woman.
Yeah, she's really into it for the half marathon now. She's trained
Oh, she's
all
training?
summer. She trained all summer so hard.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
Do
good.
I have to sign on here? No. I don't think so. I think
The
when
guy
you-
with the red T-shirt there,
Yeah.
he's the guy in charge, and the other people there are his volunteers. There's 1 or 2 athletes. Anybody with a vest is a volunteer.
Yeah. I think I remember that we just came through. They give you a chip, and then you have to hand them your piece of paper.
You might want to tell him you're here. Anyway, good luck, Hubert.
Oh, thanks. Try to keep up with the old part today.
Well, I'm going to go up maybe
Emailed
that
me last
bench
minute.
over there,
Yeah.
and I'll do a bit of video of you coming up.
Oh my God.
So
But we
remember,
still look good.
as long as you're still looking good, that's right.
You saw the old one last night.
So I'm at the park run. This is a free event that they do every Saturday here at the park on Dallas Road. I'm probably going to get 50 people maybe. It starts at 8.
Hello, Carlos. It's me, your friend Norman, down in West Central Florida. Going for a walk. I had to pause a bit there for walkers. Dog walkers coming towards me. I felt a little crazed since I don't podcast that much anymore. The familiarity with people watching you talk to a microphone is is not within me right now. It's Monday, September the 4th. I'm submitting this to you as I promised that I would for your 5 minutes. Number 10, I think it is. I'm enamored that you allow me to contribute and that the show is taking off so well. It's a novel idea and I support it. I support you. I was off of work today for the holiday, Labor Day, and I took everything within me not to go for a run earlier. I was going to knock out 7 or 8 miles. But that idea didn't appeal to me because it would throw off my routine of Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, which I've been unbelievably successful in keeping for the better part of the summer, I feel like. So I spent the day with the girls around the house. But at last, I felt like I just had to move, so I'm going for a walk down to Edgewater Drive to the Intercoastal Waterway. Maybe see the sun setting a little bit. Snap a photo. Think a little bit. Think a lot. As usual, I've been thinking a lot. But just to kind of kick the legs loose a little bit and get that under my belt. The ambient sounds you hear are of the soccer practice. There's multiple soccer teams and leagues that play on the fields next to the elementary school and the middle school here. There used to be one big barren field where nothing was. There were no goalposts or anything, and me and my buddies, when I worked for the fire department, used to play violent tackle football here back when my sons were 13, 14, 15 and played along with us. It was quite a rough and tumble. It was fun. I always wondered if and when they would take these fields and do something with them and make them more useful. And they've done that with organized sports here. Let's see what's going on. What can I add to your show? Well, I'll tell you that I'm feeling a bit fearful. I don't like to have that emotion, but in the human experience, I think if we're all honest, we get fearful. And my fear is for the... there's 2 fears I have. I'll go ahead and share them. One is the weather. The hurricane that so unfortunately laid devastation to Houston is a real graphic reminder of what it can do to the Tampa Bay area. And as are many areas in the United States, we are woefully unprepared for a storm of that magnitude. And if a storm of that magnitude did hit the Tampa, St. Petersburg region, probably be underwater. And on the heels of that storm, as you may well know, Hurricane Irma is heading in this general direction. Still too early to see or to say where it will land, but again. Here, by the way, I'm using the Sony digital voice recorder. I don't know if you can tell, but I wanted to put the Sony back in my hand and speak into it and give you something to add to your episode. I hope everybody's okay. I hope you're okay. I always hope for the best.